I am almost caught up to present with AEW. I'm so happy to say that. I just watched Full Gear 2021 and I'm here. I just watched this like today where Kenny says, "Hey, I'm going to take off for a bit." He doesn't say my shoulder's all fucked up and my back's all fucked up. I got to go get surgery. So kayfabe's alive, everybody. Oh yeah, Omega versus Hangman was so good. It's all great. I did not think that Full Gear was the best pay-per-view of the year. I'm going to get into that though. I think I'm going to have my friend Daejon come over and we're going to rank out all the AEW pay-per-views. We got to do that, especially with the new year coming up and everything. So we'll try and make some time and do that. But let's see what Jim Cornette has to say about Kenny. Jim Cornette should be so happy that Kenny Omega's gone, right? I'm sad. I'll tell you this. I was ready I was not ready before I watched. At the start of Kenny's championship, I was not ready for Kenny to not be the champion. I absolutely was not. I was like, oh my God, no, I never want him to lose the championship. But after watching his run as champion from start to end, by the end of it, I was like, okay, yeah, it's time for Hangman to take the championship. I'm down with it. That's the right move. It makes sense. And it's really about how much AEW changed in 2021 and how different it is now from what it was in 2019. And I feel like 2020 was like a weird wasteland of COVID-19 that we're maybe coming into again. Who knows? Things aren't good, everybody, but we'll see. I'm here on the East Coast and things are really picking up. So who knows? They do a lot of shows down in Florida, and Florida apparently loves COVID-19. So maybe they'll just keep running as normal. Anyways, let's watch this and see what Jim Cornette feels about Kenny Omega saying goodbye. I imagine he's overjoyed because he hates Kenny Omega. So because one time he wrestled a girl, a 9-year-old. And apparently that broke wrestling forever and it can't be fixed.
They were in Norfolk, Virginia. They were not in, if they were in the scope, then it's been renamed. I didn't write down the name of the arena, but it's not the Norfolk Scope, the traditional wrestling building in town, or maybe it's just been renamed, but it didn't look like it. It wasn't a round building. But Norfolk is not only the biggest city in the state of Virginia, it's Jim Crockett Promotions territory.
What the fuck are we talking about, man? Get to the goddamn promo. Who cuts your shit?
It's Adam Page's home state.
Okay.
The fans were hot. They like wrestling down there.
Good.
They had the big building. It looked nice, etc. Honestly, I was kind of upset that they broke that momentum to go to the poorly lit pre-taped with Twinkle Toes, the Harley Boys, and Adam Cole in the back and a stairway, because that kind of, they...
Yeah, all right. So the setting of the spot wasn't ideal. God damn it, Jim. We are still in the time of, COVID-19. I don't know where the fuck these guys were when they filmed this, if they were there at the arena or when they filmed this or when Kenny was available. Kenny's a busy fucking guy. Anyways, yes, I agree. The setting was not beautiful. AEW sometimes lacks production value, and that's we kind of like that about it. We don't like everything looking so fucking staged. I don't know, whatever. That's some nitpicky bullshit.
Came up with the hot crowd and the big building and the lights and a boom, and then they go to a pre-tape that we are now apparently led to believe that Brandon Cutlet shoots all of their interviews on video, which may be why they look so unprofessionally done.
Like, do you want kayfabe or not? Like, we're pretending that things happen. That's kayfabe, which you are dead set on still having in wrestling. And yet it bothers you when they adhere to it. Like, I don't know where the fuck you're going with that.
But they lost a little momentum when they went to that, but at least it wasn't too long. And there was Twinkle Toes with his mopey.
I mean, he's literally complaining about like a 3-minute spot. It's like a 3-minute spot. It's a 3-minute spot where Kenny just is like, "Hey, I'm not going to be on the fucking show. I'm going to go rest." Once again, does not break kayfabe. Does not say, "Hey, I've been working with an injured shoulder and back for a full fucking year. I'm going to go." Yeah, this fucking complaint is longer than the spot, 100%. Like, holy shit. Like, why? All right.
Face. And the Elite lost the night at Full Gear, and he's very upset about this, and morose even. As a matter of fact, I wrote a...
No, he's Kenny Omega. Like, it's the thing that Jim hates. He's kind of tongue-in-cheek about it. It's like clearly a staged, pre-recorded spot. Everybody's in on the joke or, what the illusion. And they're just saying some shit. It's really... The whole bit is in service of the end of the bit, which shows tension between Kenny Omega and Adam Cole, so that there's definitely some storytelling that's going on there that they're going to pick up when Kenny comes back. That's all they're doing is dropping that. That's the whole bit, and it doesn't fucking matter. It's not that important. It's a 2-minute spot. Jim, shut the fuck up.
Quote, he said, "Quite frankly, I'm disgusted. Does another human being that you know on the planet Earth would..."
Quite frankly, Jim Cornette, yes, I'm disgusted by you all the time, and I would say just that. Yes, motherfucker. This is so goddamn upsetting. People that aren't shitheads also watch wrestling. Well-spoken people, people who have a larger vocabulary than yourself. Yes, watch wrestling. It's true. Gamers watch wrestling. The LGBTQ plus community watches wrestling. Women watch wrestling. Everybody watches wrestling. So yes, many people talk the way Kenny Omega talks. Or want to talk the way Kenny, or want to emulate that. I'm a fucking Kenny Omega fan. He has lots of fucking fans. I'm one of them. Yes, I think that's a fine thing. I don't have any fucking issues with the way he talks.
Would they use the phrase out loud when talking to their friends about how they just got their asses kicked? Quite frankly, I'm disgusted.
Sure.
Well, again, this is his performance. It's not the way he would do things in real life or any other normal human being would do things in real life.
Well, anyway, so Twinkle Toes says he's got to fix and change some things. This is the illusion, not illusion as in magic trick, but illusion, ALLUSION, the illusion to...
Jim can spell, though, so we got to give him points for that. Good job, Jim.
What people now know that he's going to take time off to have surgery to fix an injury. Or injuries.
Multiple injuries.
Okay, you're breaking kayfabe because he doesn't mention any of that shit. He doesn't say that, but all right, whatever.
Multiple injuries.
I mean, any fucking respect for that? The guy fucking works hurt for a goddamn year. Doesn't really let on to it at all. No one even knows. People fucking argue with me that he wrestled a lot. He didn't wrestle for shit during his championship reign. Like, and people think he did. They're like, oh, he had lots of matches. I'm like, he barely fucking wrestled. He was clearly hurt. He had like 3 matches. He wrestled that match against Bryan Danielson, legit. He wrestled his match against Hangman, and he had a couple of other ones in there. But most of the time it was like in triple threat matches, tag team matches, squash matches. He did very, very little. If he did a one-wing angel, he literally had 2 other people help him do it. He was fucked up. Fucked up. He was always coming out with shit on his back, the cupping shit all over his back. He was fucked up. So like, great. You want to shit on him during his run as champion about how little he wrestled or his matches, the quality of his work. Fine. He did the fucking exploding barbed wire death match during his fucking injury, which was a pretty serious match. He did a lot of spots in that. Plus he did this spot with Impact Wrestling. He did a fucking insane hardcore match in Impact Wrestling where he didn't do very many moves because he was clearly fucked up, but he let the other guy take a fucking pizza cutter to his fucking head. Look, Kenny did as much as anyone has ever done who has been as fucking injured as he was. You're not going to give him any fucking credit for that? Like, I don't know what you get credit for as a professional wrestler other than shit like that. and how someone like Jim is just going to fucking ignore that and shit on him because maybe his mic skills aren't up to his standard. What the fuck?
And I don't know what his recuperation time is, but I'm going to enjoy the vacation while it lasts.
I'm going to enjoy it that he's hurt, and I hope that it takes him a long time to like. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. AEW needs Kenny Omega. Absolutely. AEW needs talent like Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega drives the product. It's not a good thing that he's hurt. It's not a good thing that he'll be off of TV. He'll be sorely missed. He is the fucking best bout machine. When he wrestles, it makes headlines. That's good shit. Get the fuck out of here.
But anyway, he is telling...
The only good thing I can say about this, about Kenny Omega taking a leave and coming back, is that absence makes the heart grow fonder. And the fucking pop that he's going to get when he returns to the goddamn ring is going to be amazing. And I have a feeling he's going to come back as a face because no one's going to want to fucking boo a guy that just went through, you know, massive surgeries and recovers from it and then comes back to wrestling and is going to wrestle the way that Kenny is probably going to. I don't think Kenny's going to come back and, you know, not wrestle. He's going to come back, hopefully, at 110% the way he was when he was wrestling Okada in Japan. That will be fucking incredible to see because we never saw it. Kenny's pretty much been injured the full time he's been in AEW. Either injured or underperforming intentionally. I don't know which. It's hard to say. There is a level of fucking kayfabe here. But we haven't seen the Kenny that was in Japan, who is fast and fucking amazing. We got to see a spot of it during the Hangman match where he does a springboard Liger bomb from the top rope in like one motion, which is fucking phenomenal. Basically, think about that, but for 30 minutes is the kind of wrestling that Kenny was doing in Japan. We haven't really seen that in AEW. You can get tapes of it. You can see what he was doing before he was all fucked up. And that's what I'm hoping we're going to see when he comes back, especially with like a face. Like you don't want to really do all that shit when you're a heel because you're just the crowd's going to fucking love you. Like you do all this top rope shit, amazing spots. It's hard to maintain heel heat when you're doing like the most incredible shit that anyone's ever seen. So it's really better suited for a face turn for him. Maybe he's saving it for that. I don't know. Maybe he won't ever do it again. This is what we want to see. I'll be very curious when that happens.
The team there, I need somebody to hold the fort down while I'm gone. And immediately Cole jumps in and says, I got it, Kenny. And he said, well, no, actually, I was talking to the Bucks. And then, of course, Pie Face has to overact and say, well, he's talking, we'll all take care of it, you know.
Pie Face? What the fuck, man? Like, I don't even know if we're being racist or bigoted now. We're just throwing insult. You're just like mixing insult. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know who Pie Face is.
But so already they're teasing the dissension that as soon as they get Harpo out of there.
They already teased this before too. This has been more subtly played out. They actually played a bit of this out during a commercial break. When I watch Dynamite, I get the full uncut version where they don't cut away for commercial and they don't do picture-in-picture, which is actually very nice if you can get a hold of those. It is the way to watch Dynamite. It's much better. Sometimes you get to see something like they had a spot with Kenny where Kenny was going to put the guy in the camel clutch or whatever, and then the Young Bucks were going to run and kiss Kenny like they've been doing with Adam Cole. Very nice, right? The Young Bucks go, no, Kenny, why don't you go over there and make sure nobody comes in the ring while Cole does the spot that we do, and then we kiss him. And Kenny's like, oh, yeah, guys, okay. And it's kind of a real, like, puppy dog kind of sad moment because you're like, oh, Kenny, they don't like you anymore. Cole's the new you. And they've been doing a bit of that here and there. This is the first time they've done it really overt. They're hitting it hard because he's going to go away for a while. They want you to remember it.
That Adam Cole is going to try to take over, and that's brilliant. That's brilliant because the only conceivable way that I can think of that they can make use of the fucking delinquent Hardley boys and their super clique or their clique is when they get Olivier out of there for a little while. Adam Cole starts wanting to run things more and more his way, brings Bobby. He's already got Bobby Fish involved. Now, hopefully, O'Reilly will be next.
Yeah, this all happened. I think this was recorded right before this happened. They did what he's talking about, which I guess he likes. That's good. I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to it.
Something can go on here. It could justify the existence of the Hardley boys on this roster, because then I despise the thought of Kenny Olivier breathing air in a wrestling ring. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve a career in wrestling. He should never be booked by anybody after the bullshit that he's done.
Good God. So he's still going on about how he wrestled a 9-year-old girl, which is honestly quite fucking incredible. I already have a video on the channel where I react to that. It's on here. Just look for my wrestling videos. One of them talks about Kenny Omega, and we watched the match, and it's fucking great. Because it shows how talented Kenny Omega is that he can do moves on a 9-year-old girl and not kill her, which I think is fantastic. Yes, it is kayfabe breaking. If you still think that wrestling moves are all 100% real and that all those kicks, have you ever watched someone get punched in the face? Like, have you ever fallen down the stairs? Have you ever injured yourself? Like, shit swells up very quickly and you have a black eye or a swelling or a fucking knot on your head if you don't tend to it immediately. Like, we're not idiots. The people aren't stupid. We know what a fight looks like now. You can Google what happens in a fight and see actual footage of actual fights, and it doesn't look like wrestling. And wrestling is a beautiful art form. Kenny Omega is a wonderful performer who is ushering in a new age of wrestling, which is not Jim Cornette's age of wrestling, and you just can't fucking handle it. And it's quite sad, actually. Yes, he's very much an old man yelling at a crowd and we're all fucking sick of it. So I think I'm done right about here. I said what I wanted to say about it. That's why I played it. Thank you, Jim. No fucking thank you. You can trust me. I'm Mr. Hartgrave, Gravediggers. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below if you'd like to see more. I haven't done wrestling coverage in a while. It's been fun talking about it. If you'd like to see more, let me know. What else do you want me to have a look at? I'll watch anything, not just this asshole. Keep digging.